Today we're going to try to do a mod, and we're going to be modding my favorite, my SNK805. And yes, this is the green dialed version for all of those who claim that this is a black dialed watch. Now, in my very long review of this model, I said how I bought it because it was cheap and then later fell in love with it, and it's one of my oldest watches in my collection and one that's been with me for a very long time. It's been through hell. I replaced the crystal, I replaced the hands, and I'm loving it in every way possible. And I said that the only bad thing about this watch is the fact that the lume pips are all the same. And also, despite me wanting to have the hands reach all the way to their designated markers, as you can see, the minute hand is just shy a tenth of a millimeter to touch those markers. However, I recently bought another Seiko 5, which is the SNK805, I believe, that has this kind of dial with the 6, 9, 12. It has them loomed, so you will know where 12 o'clock is, because not every loom is different. And these markers on these models, if you look at the date window compared to this, are slightly closer to the date window, meaning that these hands should theoretically touch these markers. So now I will try to mod and put this dial on this watch and see what's what. So please bear with me, this is the first time that I'm doing something like this. I will try to film it, but I cannot guarantee I'll be able to film everything because it's kind of difficult to work with the camera here and everything. So let's move on. We'll need naturally a case back opening tool, a hand press, a piece of paper, and a hand removal tool, together with a couple of screwdrivers and things to help us get things out of the way. So let's move on to opening the case back. However, first, the first thing that I forgot to mention, you don't want the watch to be running, although in this case it's a Seiko 5. As soon as you pick it up it's going to start running, but it's really running very low. But what you want to do is make sure that the hands are aligned at midnight, so that once you take them off, the date is connected to the hour hand properly when you set the new hands, when you reset them back. So we're going to move to see whether it's midnight or noon. This is noon, so we need to move more until we align them all to midnight. Although the most important thing is the hour hand. The rest are not really that important because you can always set the minute hand according to the hour hand. Okay, let's close the crown. Maybe just return it a minute or two by the time we open the case back and take off the crown. Okay, now let's do the case back. Maybe I should remove the strap first, and since it's a quick release, we'll do that. Like so. Now just give me a second until I rearrange this. Now when it comes to opening the case back, I always prefer the ball, the little ball for opening, because it guarantees you won't scratch your case back. However, my daughter managed to lose that ball, so I'm forced to use this wrench. Although, like I said, I really do not like using these, because with these you really have to grab the watch properly and the pliers and everything. Otherwise, it's gonna just slip and it's gonna scratch your case back. Luckily, I managed to get this one open with no problems. That's the case back off. Let's put it here. Now to remove the crown, you have to press this little thing right here. Let me just get there. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it working. When you press it here, it lifts here so that the crown can come out. So I'll just try to press it here and pull the crown. Let me just... And the crown has to be inside, otherwise it's not gonna work. There. It just released. There. Once you've removed the crown, sometimes the movement will just pop out, sometimes it won't. Now we'll try to just... In this case it won't, so we'll just try to slightly pry it to come out. I would highly advise you to use a movement holder, however I don't have any, so I'll just place it right here. There, it just popped off. Let's turn this way. Now to remove the hands, you're going to use the hand removal tool, but I would always advise you to put a piece of paper so you don't damage the dial. Let's just make a little incision like so, that the paper can go in between. I'm probably doing this all along, but who cares? Let's just wait for the second hand to move, because you want to remove all the hands at once in one go. Let's slide the paper underneath like so, and now the hand removal tool. There. We just did it. Okay, now let's remove the dial, which should come right off because it just uses little feet, nothing else, to be held in place. There. And now we just have to place this one the same way this one was. That's it. Done. So the dial is done, and now we have to rearrange the hands again, starting with the hour hand. Okay, moving on to the minute hand. Okay, the minute hand was too fiddly for me to record, so I had to move away from the camera. So now we're going to do the seconds hand, and I'll probably also turn off the camera, but I have to change this little head to a smaller one. So be right back, because this is probably going to take a while. Okay, so we got everything back, but what I want to try now is get the crown back into the movement to see if all the hands are clearing each other. So let's just get the crown in and try to move the hands to see if everything is okay. And it seems like the hands are rubbing against each other, so now we have to lift the minute hand slightly. Okay, so we checked all the hands and they all clear each other after some corrections. So now we can again remove the crown and reassemble the watch. So again, push the crown in, push this little piece in, and pull the crown out. Now we have to reinsert the dial into the case. Okay, so we managed to insert it. Now time to put the crown back. Again, push on the little thingy. There. And let's place the case back. Now this is going to have a lot of dust now because I was just rushing to do the video. I will later clean it up properly. And make sure that everything is working properly. So let's give it a shake. And as you can see, the watch is working. The markers are reaching to their designated, the hands are reaching to their designated markers, which was the thing that I wanted to achieve. And that's pretty much it. I know this video sucks, but like I said, I was doing this the first time, and it's really, really much harder to do it in front of the camera. That's why I couldn't do the hands without removing the camera, so I apologize for that. If I had a different setup where the camera was opposite of me, maybe I could do it, but like this, I had to do it this way. Anyways, I'll probably put some shots, including a loom shot, which is the reason why I chose to do this. Otherwise, because now not every marker is going to be the same. They're going to be all different, and it's going to be easy to read the watch in the night. I really like this style, and I had this idea in my head for a very long time. It just took me a lot of time to purchase a watch because dials are more expensive than broken watches. So I just purchased a broken watch. It costed me, I don't know, about $8 from Japan, and I disassembled it and took its dial because the dial is always in pristine condition. Anyways, thank you for watching. Like I said, I'll probably now put some shots and videos of the new dial. I hope you liked the video and enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. And until the next video, bye.